Right, what we're going to be looking at today is we're going to be looking at direct proportion. And what you can see is we have a code here taken from Dr. Frost Maths. If you notice the code here, if you want to go and practice more of these questions, type in that code on Dr. Frost. It's a free website to individuals who want to learn maths, and it will give you more questions like this one. So we want to establish a constant of proportionality. Now the key word is proportion, okay? And the word's directly proportional. If you see the words directly proportional, what we've got here, we've got Q varies directly with Z. That's what so we're going to either have the words varies directly or directly proportional, okay? And we're going to try and work out what that means. So that means that Q is proportional to Z. This symbol means directly proportional to. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to create a constant of proportionality to make this into an equation. So you've got an equals sign instead of this proportion sign. So what we do is we multiply Z by some kind of thing. And that some kind of thing we're going to call K. We're going to call this constant of proportionality K. You can call it anything you like, but I'm going to call it K. So this is going to equals K times Z. If something is directly proportional, it means it's a multiple of something. So there we go. A constant of proportionality is a multiple of something. And what we have done in all these questions, we're usually given some values that we can allow us to work out K. So we're told Q is 12 and Z is 4. You may have a table of values, okay? And you can use those table of values to pick two which coincide to work out your K. So Q is 12 and we don't know K, and we got Z is 4. So we got 12 equals K times 4. So therefore, if we divide by 4, we get both sides. 12 divided by 4 is 3. K times 4 divided by 4 is just K. So K equals 3. Now remember, this is our equation here. Q equals KZ. We now know that the K value is 3. So the final thing we're going to write in here is Q equals 3Z. Okay, I'm just going to write it out again. Q equals 3Z. So the K we have found is 3. And it's important you must write down the equation. A very common mistake is for students to work out what K is, and the question asks for the formula, and they don't write the formula down. So make sure you do. Right, so in our next question, we're going to start looking at other types of proportion. So in this one, we've got X varies directly with Q squared. So it means that X is proportional to Q squared. Now to turn that into an equal sign means we have to times this value by something. So X equals K times Q squared. Turn that into a Q. And we've given an X value and a Q value. So let's put those in. X equals 108. Q equals 12. So what we're going to do, we're going to replace our X value with 108. And we're going to replace our Q value with 12. So we got 108 will equal K times by 12 squared. Let's just highlight so we can see how that's all fitted in. And you can see that. So we got 108 will equal K times 144. Now we divide that by 100, both sides by 144. We get 108 over 144 equals K. Well, that's not a very good answer. We probably want to cancel it down. You can type that into your calculator to cancel it down, or you can just learn how to cancel it down, and you get to 3/4 for K, or 0.75. It really doesn't matter. The question hasn't specified if it's a fraction or decimal, so therefore you can give either. So we know our K is equal to 3/4. So what I'm going to do is replace my K value with 3/4. So X will equal 3/4 times Q squared is our equation. Let me just write it out so it all looks neat together. So X equals 3/4 Q squared. And that is our formula connecting X and Q. Okay, one more of that type where we haven't got it directly proportional. We've got another formula in here. So we got Q. I'm not going to write the proportion equation out. When you do these, you can just jump straight to Q equals K times the cube root of P. Now we know that Q equals 4/3 when P equals 8, because that information is given to us in the question. And we're trying to find the formula. So we put 4/3 in for Q, and we put 8 in for P. Okay, I'm just going to highlight those so you can see how these things all go in. So we've got Q, wrong, undo. We've got Q, 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 Q. And our K value stays here because we need to find it. That's the one we need to find. So the cube root of 8 is 2, because 2 cubed is 8. So we have 4/3 equals K times 2. Divide both sides by 2, you get 2/3 equals K. So our K value is equal to 2/3. So we can replace Q equals 2/3 times by the cube root of P. A better way to write this would probably be 2 times the cube root of P over 3, but it really doesn't matter which you choose as your answer.